From the banks of the Allegheny, welcome to Film Bits, True Detective, Episode 1, Part 5. Let's just jump right in, guys. Rust and Marty are visiting a local sheriff to talk about the disappearance of this little girl that they stumbled upon last episode.
Now that's all we got on
Here we go.
No girl.
Well, there's nothing in here.
Marie Fontenot, that's her name.
Now that was 5 years ago. Ted Childers was sheriff back then. He's set up in Gulf Shores now, I think.
10-year-old girl goes missing, that doesn't go statewide.
Now hold on now. My understanding, the little girl went off with her birth daddy. Did you check her mom's record? Possession, solicitation. I believe Ted knew the family, and the feeling was little girl's better off with her daddy. Mom seemed to agree.
I like looking at this composition. I don't know if this is common in the South, but to have all of these mounted, we got a mounted, looks like a duck on the right there, and then 2 mounted deer. Also notice that the window is a cross in the middle and the sides there, and how the sheriff's deputy or other, police officer comprises the space where the doorway is open. We went from that interior shot where we're just talking to this exterior shot where we kind of get a vibe of what this place is all about. Also, we see a gun rack there underneath the deer on the right side with 3 guns in it.
She filed a complaint and never bothered with it again. Took off with her boyfriend.
R and I said you had a complaint these parts around December. Little girl getting chased through the woods.
Oh yeah, I pulled that one for you too.
What the hell is this?
Little girl said a green-eared spaghetti monster chased her through some woods. Now, we had her work with a sketch artist, and she told us that looked exactly right. Now, you want to call on the APB on that, you go right ahead.
Listen, boys, I'm going to have to call a time out, make a beer run.
Well, why don't you hold off on that for a while?
Modern day Rust. I like this coming through the camera. That's the video shot we get of him, that weird mid-body.
Well, is this supposed to be
fade into here.
And you want to pick my brain, you work a room, you buy me a cheeseburger and a Coke, don't you? I'll take a 6er of old Milwaukee or Lone Star, nothing snooty.
Why is this so important to you all of a sudden?
Because it's Thursday and it's past noon. Thursday is one of my days off. On my off days, I start drinking at noon. You don't get to interrupt that.
So we go from the 1990s version of Rust, who knew he had to stay away from alcohol and then got drunk to go to the dinner with Marty and Marty's wife, to this modern day version of Rust, who drinks at noon on his off days and will do so even having this question and answer session with the police. Love this. And a great little decision there by McConaughey. So disdainful and arrogant, but he also knows if they want more out of him, they're going to comply. And you can look at the face of that guy.
I appreciate a little hustle up on that.
Rubbing salt in the wound there.
At approximately 6 a.m., civilians came across the body of a female in a sugarcane field outside of EARED. This person, we believe, was murdered, and we are not yet in a position to release the identity of the victim.
A lot of blue in this shot. I don't know if it means anything, but the walls, the officer, Rust, there's a lot of blue there. The Say Seal.
Several leads, and hopefully we'll have a suspect for you in custody soon. Now, this perpetrator will be apprehended, and he will know.
Now notice this shot.
Louisiana justice.
How old was she?
Charlie.
We go from the interior of Rust and Marty, which has become a comfortable shot for us because we've seen them in there a lot. And then the camera makes an unmotivated camera move, right? There's no reason for the camera to be moving right here. And it goes to look at this industry, this prison, I believe it is, as it's coming up on the left-hand side. Now, this does play into what's going to happen in the plot, but we're also going to get shots of industrial, chemical, oil apparatuses and factories and refineries that are kind of stuck in amongst the nature. And I believe this is a visual motif that's also a theme, something that Fukunaga, the director, is playing with. Resume. This guy who plays Dora Lang's ex-husband is a scene stealer. He only appears twice, but he's very good. He's a little hard to understand, and I don't have subtitles, so I apologize.
Let's talk about your ex, Dora Lang.
You want to talk Dory? What you said I done now?
Nothing. We're just curious if you knew what she's
Wide shot shows the Spartan surroundings.
Nope. Got a divorce papers pushed through after I've been here about a year. I don't blame the bitch.
She got a habit?
Yeah, a few. Weed, meth, juice, name it.
Charlie, how'd y'all meet?
Growed up together, dropped out same time. Hitched up way too quick. You know how it is. You want a wife, but only half the time.
Why are you saying you hadn't heard from her? She called up here for you not too long ago.
I mean, she couldn't help me anyway, man. She's all fucked up.
You see, that's exactly the kind of thing that we do want to know about, though, Charlie.
Oh, all right. I need some scratch from a store, and Dory owes me money. She ain't got no fucking phone, so got the number to a friend Carla, got her to call me back, and she ain't made no fucking sense.
Carla's full name and phone number.
What you mean she didn't make sense?
Like she could duck hunt with a rake. High, yeah. Talking about she's gonna become a nun.
Why a nun?
No, man, she was high. Fucked up. Talking about she met a king. Yeah. Anyway. I don't need no snitch jacket up in here.
Give me a break. This is the Voiles. It's a goddamn day camp. Spend some time in Angola. Surprised you even got Aryan Nation here.
Push in.
What Dory do?
Dory's
Back
dead.
to modern day Rust.
Thank you, boys. We almost had a moment there.
I love the methodical nature of Rust, the little mouth noises, the little elongations of time, the way he pulls on a cigarette, all these little things that kind of show you where he was to who he has become. Just little decisions that McConaughey made to round out this character that I think there's a lot going on in these little ticks or idiosyncrasies of Rust as he's having this discussion with the cops.
Do you want to talk the whole case through or just the end?
No, whole story from your end, you don't mind. You know, like he said, files got ruined. Hurricane Rita.
But what he didn't say is that this is about something else. Something new that Warren Lake Charles, maybe?
Now why you say that?
Get the details out of the paper.
Yeah, we did. You know anything about that? About Lake Charles?
Yeah, let me see what you got. Jog my memory.
Well, let's hear your story first. See how it fit with what we got.
You're down, boss.
Talking cold. What about that dinner you mentioned? He turned up drunk.
Oh, yeah. Well, that dinner, that was a bit later. It was kind of funny, the flowers, you know, like he read somewhere that if you get invited to dinner.
We're going to stop right here. Interesting, too, that little vitamin or pill thing. Marty checks his watch, and he's got to take these pills now. Just kind of shows his age for whatever medicine he's taken. One comment I want to make is on Rust there. Apparently, there has been a new murder in Lake Charles because Rust hits him with that. and says, you guys kept it out of the papers, and asks to see what they have. And they say, well, why don't you tell us what you know first? So there's some more stuff going on here. Russ seems privy to, and he's playing a cat and mouse game with the cops, just like they're playing a cat and mouse game with him. All right, part 6 coming like a freight train. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. We'll see you the next time. Take care.